But today let us discuss about the classification of soils. Classification of soils. In the last classes, we have learned about the basic properties of soils and interrelationships among properties of soils and the problems on properties of soils. So, like let us say the basic properties means void ratio, porosity, water content, degree of saturation, and dry density, bulk density or bulk unit weight, submerged density, saturated density. Like this, we have discussed basic properties, definitions, and the interrelationships among the properties of soil. Like what is the relationship between the void ratio and porosity? Like that. What is the relationship between void ratio and porosity? And what is the relationship between void ratio and water content and degree of saturation and specific gravity? Like that, E is equal to WG by SR. Like there are so many formulas we have discussed, and derivations also we have discussed. And then how to determine the water content by using the oven drying method and pycnometer method, whereas how to determine the specific gravity of the soil by using the pycnometer method. So all these things we have discussed in the last classes, and also we solved problems on the properties of soils. Suppose the void ratio is given, how to determine the porosity, like that. Using the interrelationships among the properties of soils, we can solve the problems, and we have done that. Right, next. The next chapter objective is, what is our next chapter is soil classification. Soil classification. So on the completion of this chapter, students should able to learn what are the different classification systems. What are the different classification systems? So the grain size classification, textural classification, IS soil classification. Based on these different classifications, the student should be able to classify the soil, which type of soil it is, what for it is, whether the soil is suitable for the road construction or whether the soil is suitable for the house construction. Like this, the student should be able to classify the soil. Based on the classification of the soil, those particular soils can be used for different purposes. Or some of the soils may need some stabilization techniques also. Some stabilization techniques also before constructing anything on that soil. So that's why we need to classify the. Soil. So for that classification, there are different methods are there, like grain size classification. It means this is based on the grain size. This is textural classification based on the texture of the soil. IS soil classification based on the grain size and plasticity characteristics of soil. IS soil classification based on the grain size and plasticity characteristics of soil. Now let us see the different systems of soil classification. The classification systems are used to group soils according to their order of performance under given set of physical conditions. So what is the purpose of these soil classification systems? Are used to group the soils according to their order of the performance under the given set of physical conditions. So under the given set of physical conditions, how the soils are behaving. The similar behavior soils can be grouped as one set of. Like that, we need to categorize the soils. Soils that are grouped in order of performance for one set of physical conditions will not necessarily have the same order of performance under some other physical conditions. These soils behaves similarly only under some set of physical conditions, and this is not necessarily to have the same order of performance under some different conditions, some other physical conditions. The soils may not have the same behavior. Therefore, number of classification systems have been developed. Depending on the intended purpose of the system. That's why we need these many classification systems. Therefore, the number of classification systems have been developed depending on the intended purpose of the system. soil classification has proved to be a very useful tool to the soil engineer. It gives general guidelines in an empirical manner for making use of the field experience of the others. Field experience of the others. So that's why we need these many number of classification systems. So each classification system may be intended for a purpose of the system. You see here, these classification systems have been developed. Classification systems have been developed depending on the intended purpose of the system. Depending on the intended purpose of the system. Different classifications of soils. Different classification of soils. Soils may be broadly classified as follows. First one is classification based on the grain size. That's what it is, the grain size classification. Next, textural classification is based on the texture. AASHTO, American Association State Highway Transport Officials. American Association State Highway Transport Officials, AASHTO classification system. So this is another classification. This is especially used for the highway construction or highway construction purpose, whether the soil is suitable for the highway construction purposes. Next one is IS soil classification. IS means Indian Standard. Indian Standard Soil Classification System. This is mostly based on the Unified Soil Classification System, USCS. This is based on the, this is American Soil Classification, Unified Soil Classification System, USCS. So with this soil system, the IS soil classification system is almost mostly borrowed from that USCS, Unified Soil Classification System. So these are the soil classification systems, but out of that we have only this textural classification and IS soil classification in our syllabus. The remaining are not necessary. So one is classification based on the grain size, that is grain size classification. Next one is based on the texture. Another one is based on the grain size and other properties. Next one is IS soil classification system is mainly based on the grain size and plasticity characteristics of soil, plasticity properties of soils. Now, let us see for the grain size classification system for soils. Grain size classification system for soils. The grain size classification systems were based on, obviously, grain size, based on grain size. In this system, the terms clay, silt, sand, and gravel. These are the main four categories based on the grain size. Clay, silt, sand, and gravel. These are in the ascending order of the ascending order of the grain size. As the grain size is in the increasing order. So clay is very small, silt next level, sand next level, and gravel is the largest grain size particle. Are used to indicate only the particle size, and not to signify the nature of the soil type. They don't bother about the nature of the soil type, plasticity characteristics. They won't bother. They only depends. This classification is only based on the grain size of the particle. There are several classification systems in use, but commonly used systems are shown in figure. Commonly used systems are shown here. So this is the grain size classification system. So this is the sand. This is gravel, sand, silt, and clay. So the 2 mm, more than 2 mm indicates gravel. Again, the sand categorized into coarse sand, medium sand, fine sand. C means coarse, medium, M means medium, F means fine. Coarse sand, medium sand, fine sand. Coarse sand varies the size between 2 mm to 0.6 mm. 0.6 mm to 2 mm, that is called as coarse. 0.6 to 0.2, that is called as medium sand. 0.2 to 0.06, that is known as fine sand. So here the thing is 0.06 to 2 mm, that is known as sand. Next 0.06 to 0.02. Again, sand silt is also divided into three things: coarse silt, medium silt, and fine silt. Coarse, medium, and fine. So coarse silt varies, the size varies from 0.06 to 0.02 mm. 0.06 to 0.02 mm. Whereas medium silt size varies from 0.02 to 0.006 mm. 0.006 mm. Whereas fine silt size varies from 0.006 to 0.002 mm. 0.006 to 0.002 mm. Now the particles which are having the size less than 0.002 mm, that is categorized as clay. Those particles are categorized as clay. So this is mainly based on the grain size only, no other characteristics. That's why even though the particles which are having less than 0.002 mm, may not have plasticity characteristics. Clay means suppose definitely it should have cohesion. So if the cohesion nature is not there but size is less, then it need not be a clay. But this is the drawback of this classification system. This classification only based on the grain size. Sometimes even though the particle size is less, the particle size, suppose if you divide the stone particles into less than 0.002 mm, then it need not be clay. We cannot call it as a clay. That is only stone dust, or it is a small stone particles only we can call. But we cannot call it as a clay. It will not exhibit the characteristics of clay soils. That is the drawback in this grain size classification. So here the thing is we need to remember the sizes because it is mainly based on the grain size. So the particles which are having greater than 2 mm is known as gravel. The particles which are having the size 2 mm to 0.2 mm, 2 mm to 0.2 mm in this range. 2 mm to 0.06 mm actually, 2 mm to 0.06 to 2. That is called as sand particles. 0.06 to 0.006, 0.002, 0.002, that is called as silt particles. Less than 0.002, that is called as clay particles. Clay, silt, sand, and gravel. So that is about the grain size classification. That is about the grain size classification. Next, textural classification. Textural classification. This classification of the soil, exclusively based on particle size and their percentage distribution, is known as textural classification system. What is texture? First of all, what do you mean by texture? Texture is nothing but the texture of the soil or texture of the particle, or nothing but the texture means the visual appearance. Texture means the visual appearance. So texture of the soil means the visual appearance of the soil. So this classification of soil is exclusively based on the particle size and their percentage distribution is known as the textural classification system. This system specifically names the soil depending on the percentage of sand, silt, and clay. The triangular charts are used to classify the soil by this system. It's like this. This is 0, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 100. Similarly, here 90, 80, 70, 50, 60, 50, 40, 30, 20, 10, then here 0. Like this, 0 to 100. Every side 0 to 100. This is the equilateral triangle. This is the clay area. This is sand area, and this is silt area. One clay, sand, silt. So in this area, this is called as sandy clay. In this area, this is called as sandy clay. In this area, this is called as sandy soil. Whereas in this soil, it is called as loam. Loam means it's a mixture of sand, silt, and clay. It is a loam means LOAM. Loam means sand, mixture of sand, silt, and clay. This is clay loam. This is silty clay. This is also silty clay. This is silty loam. This is pure silt. This is pure silt in this area. Here it is sand, pure sand. Here it is pure clay. In this area, sandy clay. Here, sandy clay loam. Here, loamy sand. Here, sandy loam. Here, loam, LOAM. Loam means a mixture of sand, silt, and clay. Equal mixture of sand, silt, and clay, that is called as loam. So here, the grain size and also the percentage of distribution. Percentage distribution is known as textural classification. Not only grain size. Suppose 70% of the particles, are clay particles. Then obviously that is denoted as clay. Particles, like that. Suppose here in this range, 70% of the particles are, or 50% of the particles are clay, and remaining 50% of the particles are sand. Then that is called as sandy clay. Like that, we are going to classify the soils. This is based on the grain size. Here sand is in the range of 2 to 0.05 mm. Here clay is less than 0.005 mm. Right, like that. So it is based on the both grain size and also the percentage of distribution of soil. There is both. Next, let us see IS soil classification. IS soil classification. So what is IS classification of soil? This is the Indian standard classification of soils. It is based on both the grain size analysis and physical properties of soils. It is based on the both grain size analysis and physical properties of soils. The IS 1498-1959 gives the full details. IS, in this system, the soils are classified into 4 types. In this system, the soils are classified into 4 types. One is the coarse-grained inorganic soils, more than half of which are larger than ISCU number 8. Fine-grained inorganic soil, silt and clay with organic content, and then last one is peat. Peat means organic. So IS classification soils can be categorized into coarse-grained soils. What does it mean? More than half of the total material is larger than IS 75 micron sieve by mass. More than half of the total material is larger than 75 micron sieve. Then that can be categorized as coarse-grained soil. Fine-grained soil. More than half of the total material is smaller than 75 micron IS sieve by mass. Then that is called as fine-grained soils. Highly organic soils means and other soils. Soils may contain organic matter or shells or cinders, etc. Soils, if the soil contains full organic matter, then that is called as highly organic soils. If the soil material is more than 50% of the material is smaller than 75 micron ISC, that is called as fine-grained soil. If the more than 50% of the material is larger than 75 micron ISC size, then that is called as coarse-grained soil. Now, coarse-grained soils. Coarse-grained soils are further divided as follows. The symbols for various soils are given in brackets. Coarse-grained soils. Again, coarse gravel. More than half of the coarse-grained soil is larger than 4.75 mm. More than half of the coarse-grained soil is larger than 4.75 mm. That can be called as gravel. Next. More than half of the coarse-grained soil is smaller than 4.75 mm sieve, then that is called as sand. Gravel and sand, both are coarse-grained soils. Next, coarse-grained soil continuation. Both gravels and sands are further subdivided into the following groups. First, basically, soils are categorized into coarse-grained soils, fine-grained soils, and then organic soils. If the organic material is much present is there in the soil, then that is called as organic soil. If the material 50% more than 50% of the material is passing through ISC, that is called as fine-grained soil. If more than 50% of the material is retained on ISC, then that is called as coarse-grained soil, fine-grained soil, and then organic soils. Now, further the coarse-grained soils are again subdivided into gravel and sand. Further, the coarse-grained soils are subdivided into gravel and sand. If more than 50% of the material or soil is retained on 4.75 mm, that is called as gravel. If more than 50% of the material is passing through 4.75 mm, that is called as sand. Next, coarse-grained soils again continuation. Both gravels and sands are further subdivided into the following groups. First one, W, well-graded gravel. W means well-graded. P means poorly graded. M means containing fine materials not included into other groups. M means containing fine materials not included into other groups. That is nothing but that. C means well-graded with excellent clay binder. The various groups into which gravels and sands are subdivided are as follows. Now see here, group symbol, coarse-grained soils. GW means first we need to read this one, then this one. First one we need to read this one, then next one. So let us say, for example, GW means G means gravel, W means well-graded. That's why we need to read from here. Right to left we need to read. So well-graded gravel. GP, poorly graded gravel. GM, we need to read from right to left. So M stands for silt, M stands for, G stands for gravel, S stands for clay, M stands for silt, M stands for S stands for sand, G stands for gravel, S stands for sand, M stands for silt, C stands for clay. Gravel, G, sand, S, silt, M, clay, C. Okay, C. Fine. Now W means well graded, P means poorly graded. W means well graded, P means poorly graded. Now you come here. So GW means right to left. We need to read out. So well graded gravel. Well graded gravel. Next GP. GP means poorly graded gravel. Poorly graded gravel. Next GM. GM means silty gravel. Silty gravel. GC. GC means clayey gravel. First we need to read from right to left. C means, C stands for clay. G stands for gravel. So clayey gravel. Next SW. SW means well graded sand. Well graded sand. SP. Poorly graded sand. Poorly graded sand. SM. Silty sand. Silty sand. SC. Clayey sand. SC. Clayey sand. Like this, these are the group symbols for coarse-grained soils. Now let us come to the fine-grained soils. Fine-grained soils. So here, fine-grained soils are mainly silts and clays. Silts and clays and another organic silts and clays. Only basically the fine-grained soils are silts and clays. So inorganic silts and very fine sands. Inorganic silts and very fine sands, that is denoted by M. Inorganic clays, that is denoted by C. Organic silts and clays and organic matter. Complete all organic soils can be represented by O. Whether it is silt or clay, whatever it is, if it is organic soil, that is denoted by O. Denoted by O. If it is inorganic clay means C. Inorganic silt means M. Right. So fine-grained soils are further subdivided as follows. Fine-grained soils are further subdivided as follows. Fine-grained soils based on the compressibility. Again, these are categorized like this. Silts and clays of low compressibility. Silts and clays of low compressibility. Low compressibility, how can be denoted by L? Denoted by L. What is the criteria? Means if the liquid limit is 35%. The liquid limit of soil is 35%. That's why fine-grained soils are categorized based on the consistency limits. At that time we have discussed it. Fine-grained soils are basically categorized based on the consistency limits or Atterberg's limits. That's why this fine-grained soils classification is based on the compressibility. That is nothing but the Atterberg's limits. Liquid limit is, if it is less than 35, then that is called as low compressibility. If the liquid limit is in the range of 35 to 50, the liquid limit is in the range of 35 to 50, that is medium compressibility. And if the liquid limit is greater than 50%, then that is known as high compressibility soils. Fine-grained soils are mainly silts and clays are fine-grained soils, and these categorization is based on the liquid limit. Liquid limit is nothing but consistency limits. Based on the consistency limits, these are categorized as low compressible soils, medium compressible soil, highly compressible soil. If the liquid limit is less than 35%, that is low compressible soil. If the liquid limit is 35 to 50, then that is called as intermediate compressible or medium compressible. If the liquid limit is greater than 50%, then that is called as high compressible soil. High compressible soils, fine-grained soils. Next, group symbols for fine-grained soils. Group symbols for fine-grained soils. The following are the group symbols for soils with varying compressibility. The following are the group symbols for soils with varying compressibility. Cl means what? Low compressibility. C means clay. L means low compressibility. C means clay. So low compressible clay, we can read it from always from right to left. Cl can be read it as low compressible clay. Ci is medium compressible clay. I stands for intermediate or intermediate, because medium M, we cannot use M here because M is allocated for silt. M stands for silt, not for a medium. So that's why here I means intermediate compressible clay, we can read it as, or otherwise medium compressible clay also. Intermediate or medium compressible clay. Next, ML means low compressible silt. Mi means intermediate compressible silt. MH means high compressible silt. That is called as MH, high compressible silt. So what is Cl? inorganic clays with low compressibility. That is nothing but how to read it as means low compressible clay. Always remember we should read it as from right to left. That's better. That is more better. Right to left you read. L means low compressible clay. Intermediate compressible clay. ML, low compressible silt. MI, intermediate compressible silt. MH, high compressible silt. That's it. Next group symbols again for fine grained soils continued. Suppose LO. L means low compressible. O, what is O stands for organic soil. Organic soil, that way, that whether that may be silt or clay, you don't bother. It is simply organic soil. So that's why OL means organic silts and clays, organic silts and clays and organic matter with low compressibility. That is OL. Or how to read it as OL means low compressible organic soil. Simple. Low compressible organic soil. That may be silt or clay, maybe silt and clay, whatever it is. Simply we can read it as low compressible organic matter. Next OI. OI means you see here organic silts and clays and organic matter with medium compressibility. With medium compressibility. That is nothing but how to read it as OI means intermediate compressible organic matter or organic soil. Intermediate compressible organic soil. Here low compressible organic soil. OI means intermediate compressible organic soil. Next OH. OH now you tell me. H stands for high compressible organic soil. High compressible organic soil. Organic here the soil means that maybe silt and clay. That's why here organic silts and clays and organic matter with high compressibility. With high compressibility. Next, IS soil classification based on the plasticity characteristics also. That's what I said. IS soil classification is based on the grain size, and also the plasticity characteristics of soil. Plasticity characteristics of soil both. So from here we use the plasticity chart. Here we use the plasticity chart. See here, this is the plasticity index. Plasticity index means IP. That is nothing but liquid limit minus plastic limit. IP is equal to WL minus WP. Here this right side is liquid limit. Right side is liquid limit. I mean on x-axis we should take it as liquid limit. On y-axis we should take it as plasticity index. So the inorganic, this is the A line. This is the A line. IP is equal to 0.73 into WL minus 20. That's why this line starts from 20. This line starts from 20 and one border line that is 35. Another border line that is 50. Because the liquid limit is less than 35, low compressible, 35 to 50, intermediate compressible, greater than 50, high compressible. That's why we need to take three borders. One is 35 to 50, another then one is less than 35, and second one is 35 to 50, third one is greater than 50, third one is greater than 50. So the inorganic silts and organic soils lies below the A line. The inorganic silts and organic soils lies below the A line on the plasticity chart. This is the A line. This is the A line. This is the A line. The equation of the A line is IP is equal to, IP means plasticity index. IP is equal to 0.73 into WL minus 20. IP is equal to 0.73 into WL minus 20. The soils which are falling below the A line, are inorganic silts and organic soils lies below the A line. Next, majority of the Indian black cotton soils are found to lie along a line above the A line. Majority of Indian black cotton soils are found to be lie along a line above the A line. Along the A line or above the A line. Generally, the dual symbols may be adopted for boundary cases. The most common boundary classification in coarse grained soils and fine grained soils are as follows. So let us say here 0 to this is 20, here this is 10. So in this area, this is CLML. CLML means this may be low compressible clay or low compressible silt. This area is boundary case, CLML. Like this, these are the low compressible GWGP, GMGC, GWGM, GWGC, SWSP, SMSC, SWSM, SWSC, GWSW, GPSP, GMSM, and GCS. These are all the boundary cases. So means this well graded gravel or poorly graded gravel. Well, this is silty gravel or clayey gravel. Well graded gravel or silty gravel. Well graded gravel or clayey gravel. Like this, these are the boundary cases. For fine grained soils, ML, MI, CLML, just now we have seen CLML. So that is CIMI, MHCH, CLCI, CICH, MLOL, ML, MIOI, MHOH, OLOI, OIOH, CLOL, CIOI, and CHOH. These are the boundary conditions. Boundary classification between coarse grained soils and fine grained soils also there. SMML, this is silty sand, this is low compressible silt. And SCOL, clay, sand, and low compressible organic soil. So what we have discussed is IS soil classification is, as per IS soil classification, first what is IS soil classification? IS soil classification first classify the soils into three types: coarse grained soils, fine grained soils, and highly organic soils. Coarse grained soils, the material which is retained on 75 micron CV is greater than 50%. Retained on 75 micron ISCV is greater than 50%. Then that is called as coarse grained soils. The material which is passing through fine grained, passing through 50, IS 75 micron CV is greater than 50%. Then that is called as fine grained soil. If the soil contains highly organic matter, then that is called as highly organic soils. Then once this coarse grained soils we got it, this coarse grained soil again further subdivided into gravel and sand. Coarse grained soils are again further subdivided into gravel and sand. If the material, if the soil is passing through 4.75 mm sieve is greater, passing through 4.75 mm sieve is more than 50%, then that is called as sand. If the gravel, if the material passing retained on 75 micron sieve is greater than 50%, then that is called as gravel. If the material retained on 75 micron sieve is greater than 50%, then that is called as gravel. Otherwise, it is sand. So, coarse grained soils are further subdivided into gravel and sand. Now, again, gravels, coarse grained soils, gravel and sands are further subdivided into the following groups. This is gradation: well graded, poorly graded. M means silt containing fine materials not included into other groups. C means well graded with excellent clay binder. This is clay. The various groups into which the gravel and sands are subdivided are followed like this: GW, GP, GM, GC, SW, SP, SM, SC. Fine grained soils again further subdivided into inorganic silts and very fine sands, that is M, inorganic clays, that is C. Next, organic silts and clays that are organic, that is O. Fine grained soils are further subdivided as follows, like this. This is fine grained soils class further subdivided based on their compressibility. If the compressibility is less than, liquid limit is less than 35%, that is low compressible. If the liquid limit is in between 35 to 50, that is intermediate compressible. If the liquid limit is greater than 50, then that is called as highly compressible. Highly compressible. Fine. Then the group symbols for the fine grained soils we have discussed: Cl, inorganic clays with low compressibility; Ci, Mi, Ml, Mh, like this. So this is the very important equation. IP is equal to 0.73 in WL minus 20. This equation is known as equation of a line. Equation of a line. It is very, very important. Based on this, the soils which are falling above the A line, are inorganic clays. The soils which are falling below the A line are silts and organic. Majority of the inorganic silts and organic soils below the A line. The inorganic silts and organic soils falls below the A line. Clay soils falls above the A line. Clay soils falls above the A line. So here it is the boundary case, CLML. So here it is MH and OH, MI and OI, MH and OH, ML, MI and OI. These are ML and OL, MI and OI, MH and OI. These are the boundary cases again. So boundary class. Generally, dual symbols may be adopted. Generally, dual symbols are adapted for the boundary cases like this: GW, GP, GM, GC. Fine. So, IS soil classification, division, subdivision, soil groups, the symbol. Coarse grained soils are more than half of the total material larger than 75 micron. Coarse grained soils are more than half of the total material larger than 75 micron. And subdivision is gravel and sand. Gravelly soils more than half grains are larger than 4.75 mm. If the soils are, the half of the material is more than 4.75 mm, larger than 4.75 mm, then that is called as gravel soils. Then again further subdivision, soil groups description. Poorly graded gravels, gravel sand mixtures with little or no fines, that is called as poorly graded. Well graded gravels, gravel sand mixtures with little or no fines, that is DGW, well graded gravel. Clayey gravel, poorly graded gravel sand silt mixtures, that is clayey gravel, na? So GC. Next, silty gravel or poorly graded gravel and silt mixtures, that is called as GM, silty gravel. Poorly graded gravel, well graded gravel, clayey gravel, silty gravel, like this. Next, sandy soils are more than half of the coarse grained soil, coarse grained smaller than ISC 4.75 mm. Then that is called as sands. Sands again, four types. This is poorly graded sand, well graded sand, clayey sand, silty sand. SP means poorly graded sand, SW means well graded sand, then SC means clayey sand, SM means silty sand. Fine grained soils, inorganic soils, more than half of the total material is smaller than 75 micron C. So that is called as fine grained soils. These fine grained soils are mainly silts and clays. Silts and clays. Silt and very fine sand, rock floor, silty to clayey fine sands with low plasticity. That is ML. ML means low compressible silt. Low compressible silt. Next, gravel, clays, sandy clays, silty clays, green clays of low plasticity. CL. Low compressible clay. Next, organic silts of low plasticity. Organic silts of low plasticity. That is called as OL. OL means low compressible organic matter. Low compressible organic matter. Okay, let us stop here for today. So what we have discussed today is the soil classification, soil classifications. So there are different types of soil classifications intended for their different purposes, Like this, based on this, there are many classification systems are there. First one is classification based on its grain size, that is known as grain size classification. Second one is nothing but textural classification, that is mainly based on the texture, Third one is IS soil classification, which is mainly based on the grain size and plasticity characteristics of soil. Grain size and plasticity characteristics of soils. So like this, there are many soil classifications are there. So among all these, the important thing is IS soil classification. IS soil classification means Indian Standard Soil Classification. Indian Standard Soil Classification. Let us stop here.